So namaste, I'm Neha Gurung and I come from Nepal. And currently I'm a lawyer in Nepal, and also an impacted person, a person with lived experience of discriminatory citizenship laws of our country, gender discriminatory citizenship laws of our country, because our country, the constitution of our country allows men to provide or confer the citizenship onto the children very easily, but for mothers it's extremely difficult, it's next to impossible, and like they have to go through so many layers of judiciary, of administration, everything, even if they are allowed to provide. For example, for me and my sister, we could we could acquire citizenship from my mother only after 4 years of fighting our battle in Supreme Court and doing protests on streets and everything. So, before sharing my call to action, I would just like to share that I currently also represent the global movement against statelessness, which is a global platform where impacted people with lived experience who are running organization and activism in their own country, they do not feel alone. And so that there is a global platform where everybody can come together and connect and voice together for advocacy in our own respective countries and contexts. So I represent the global movement as a co-lead, because the global movement aims to change the power dynamics in the statelessness field, where the issue is not only raised by people with learned experience or NGOs or people who haven't really experienced it, but also changing the power dynamics onto people with lived experience. So I guess my call to action is that it is very, very important that people with lived experience of statelessness, we should provide a platform where people with lived experience can really amplify their voice, because it's very, very difficult for people with lived experience and of discriminatory citizenship laws and nationality laws, because without citizenship you cannot cross borders, you cannot form organizations and really voice and at the same time look after your family, because without citizenship it's extremely difficult to earn your livelihood and at the same time do activism. But since they are doing activism, it's very important for us to support them and bridge solidarity. So I guess my main call to action is that if UN organizations and funders and people who are supporting the citizenship issues or even gender equality issues as a whole, because legal identity is the right, which is rights of all rights, because without legal identity you cannot do anything. So for it is very important for UN organizations, for everyone who's supporting the cause, if we want our resources to, if we want our efforts and our work to be effectively and efficiently bring out the goals and achievements, it is very important to support impacted people, because that is a very efficient and effective way to really use our resources in meaningful way, rather than spending our resources in ways which will take us very long to achieve our goals. For me, solidarity looks like, for example, so many people, impacted people, are working alone day in and day out in their own country context. They feel alone. They feel like, for example, me, my mother, we felt alone when we were fighting for our rights. But having the opportunity to meet people who in a global context who supported us, people who in national level who supported us and said that you are not alone, that we are there for you, and everybody coming together and forming a platform where our voice was heard. I guess that was a very important I think that is what solidarity looks for me, where everybody or impacted people gets a platform where we can voice our concerns and come together and really find that we are together and we are not alone.